Alright, so up to you again. You can sit in your meditative position or you're welcome to lie down on your mat. In your Shavasana position, just making sure you're nice and comfortable. We're going to be spending at least 10 minutes or so in this position. So if you're lying down, flopping the feet out to the side, relaxing your arms alongside your body, palms facing the ceiling. And if you're sitting, just grounding down through the sitting bones as you elongate your spine, soften the shoulders, gently drawing the navel back towards the spine. Feel yourself extending all the way out through the crown of your head. And let's take in a beautiful deep inhale as you really fill your lungs with that life force energy with your breath. And then just sighing the breath out. And then inhaling again as you send your breath all the way into the abdomen. Expanding the abdomen. And then gently sighing your breath out. And let's send our breath all the way down into the pelvis. So expanding lungs, abdomen, and pelvis. Just feeling that fullness of breath. And then just gently sighing as you observe how your body contracts and softens. And then let's just spend a minute or two just scanning our body, noticing all of your tight spots this morning, all of the parts of your body that may feel a little bit contracted or stuck or dull. So just scan from the feet up through the legs, the pelvis and hips. So wherever you're finding tension, just allow your awareness to settle there. Send your breath, observe. Send your awareness up and down your spine, each vertebra, from the sacrum, coccyx, lower spine, all the way up to the back of your head, the occipits. Scan through the back of your shoulder blades and down your arms, into the palms, soften the palms, to receive the medicine of your healing yoga practice this morning. Let's now observe through the lower abdomen, the navel, upper abdomen. Observe all your organs. As you inhale deeply, just visualize your breath filling all of your organs. And as you exhale, just sighing and softening through the organs. Just feeling any tension dripping out of your body. As you soften through the center of your chest, right chest, left chest, the front of your shoulders, your collarbones, observing all the way up the throat, back of the neck, the sides, the back of your head, top of your head. Just allow your awareness to settle on your face and all your senses. As you soften through your eyes and ears, nose, mouth, jaw. And then dropping into the consciousness of your senses, as within this present moment, we just simply let go of all our preconceptions, all our ideas and projections, everything that we think we know about ourselves, about our lives. For this next hour, knowing that we are so safe to explore ourselves, to explore the parts of ourselves that are so deeply hidden, that are so deeply masked, that we ourselves aren't even sure how we can shift, but now we surrender to that innate intelligence to show us how. Not through our mind, not through our ego, not through our beliefs. And then just for a moment, having that full body awareness, within this present moment. Observing where your mind is at. How does your energy body feel? How does your heart feel this morning? Maybe there's already been triggers about the shadow aspect coming up for you. We acknowledge without any judgment. So in the spiritual world, we know that everything, all things, no thing, everything serves our transformation and our evolution. And in fact, that everything is necessary, which includes our darker emotions, our limited thoughts, the parts of our being, body, the parts of our past, the parts of our personality that we feel are not quite acceptable. The apara nature. So in Transformational Yoga, we could look at a lot of our shadow aspects falling into our lower untransformed self, the darker side. But through Transformational Yoga, we realize that the darker side, in fact, is what holds that good nourishment for our soul. It's those darker aspects that help the soul to discover who we truly are, so that we can come home to our wholeness. So the shadow darker side is what is created through the illusion of duality. So for 1 second, when the psychic body had a crazy thought that it was not part of the divine, and it was an I, that it was a separate entity, for that crazy second it birthed this world of duality. So now we have light and dark, heaven and earth, right and wrong, apara and alpara nature. So that's always a question that I've battled with. Why was that even necessary? That separation, why? We may never actually find a concrete answer to that in this life, but just processing with my own journey and the research that I've done, we learn that the soul craves love, and the soul craves to love all of who we are. That in fact, those shadow aspects of ourselves are so entwined with the soul's purpose that even through the pain and the ignorance and our suffering and our limitation and our unworthiness and our fears, that in fact we are still loved, we are loved, we always will be, we always are. And when we're able to break that illusion of being unlovable, being unworthy, we then are then able to birth that divine unity para-consciousness, which is still a part of the duality, but it's not impacted by the duality. And when you are living within that space, we're all moving in that direction. That is when the conflicts and the resistance and the pain and the suffering resides. So we know that as human beings, it's very uncomfortable to engage with those parts of ourselves that we reject, that we struggle to love. But what if the simple truth was that those parts are parts of your soul's purpose and evolution, to transform our human nature through love and compassion and grace, so that we can awaken to that eternal, para-unified higher self, where we finally remember that we were never separate from the divine, from love, from the I Am presence. And that when we start to live our lives from that space, what a beautiful shift it will bring into our world, into our universe. And it starts with us, inwards and outwards. So just within this space, we ask ourselves, what do we need to love and accept within ourselves to assist us in achieving that greater self whole embodiment? How can we integrate those rejected parts of ourselves, or how can we show them more compassion and love? So if you struggle to, we've discussed this earlier, to understand what your own shadow aspects are, maybe think of an aspect in another that triggers you. I'm not saying this in a place of judgment. Often what triggers us in the external world, like we said, is an aspect within ourselves that we are struggling to accept. So we know that every facet of who we are is light. It becomes the shadow when it's resisted, when it's denied, when it's rejected. So if you think about anger being a shadow aspect, can be incredibly destructive. But when used in the light, anger helps you to set boundaries, to respect what is right for you, to not allow yourself to be walked all over. So emotions become destructive when denied, and then when they are just projected violently on another person. That's not what we're advocating. But the light aspect of anger is to move energy and to help you to set boundaries. So this is where we can start to really analyze our own shadow aspects and what are they actually trying to show us. So we are programmed to just see anger, and as little girls, you're told girls don't get angry. So we bottle that anger inside. We store it in our hips, in our lower back, in our wombs. But imagine if we embraced all of us and we understood that those little qualities, because they are little in the beginning, they snowball when denied, that they're simply a message of where you've stopped loving yourself, or honoring yourself, or nourishing yourself. So remember, they appear dark because they're repressed, because they're judged. So through our TY practice this morning, let's just shine a bit of light on those shadow, darker parts of ourselves. Let's let them know that we love and appreciate them, and that we understand that they're here as messengers of our unhealed self. They are here to show us what we need to shift, what we need to love in ourselves, what we have denied in ourselves, so that we can journey home to wholeness. Where there is no light or dark, there is just wholeness. So maybe setting an intention for your practice this morning. It might just be a simple word of love or grace, compassion. A remembrance that we are never separate from Source, never. And that is what the Para nature teaches us. That any separation is an illusion. So just grounding that intention into your bodies. And let's explore with curiosity, not judgments. So let's begin to roll the fingers over the thumbs as you start to return to your breath, to your mats, moving into the toes, rolling into the ankles, the feet. Let's move our head from side to side. Maybe if you're lying down, just bending into the knees, bringing your feet down into the mat, start to sway your knees from side to side. Just noticing all the shadow, dark aspects within ourselves that we have denied or rejected. So even those little tension spots, what is sitting in those areas? What emotion? What belief system about yourself? And then bringing your knees into your chest. You can gently start to rock your body up and down, and then come to sitting in front of your mat in Sukhasana. Just bringing our hands into the Shin Mudra, tip of thumb to tip of index, just soften your palms. Staying internally focused as we open our practice with the invocation mantra. Om Anandamayi Chaitanyamayi Satyamayi Harame. So just softening into that simple truth. As human beings, we complicate things so much with wanting to be right, with wanting to be superior. What is that simple truth for you where you find yourself this morning? You're going to rub the palms together. Just feeling that beautiful energy and heat, and then placing your palms wherever you need it. Just drawing that energy in, honoring whatever comes up for you. As we create that safe space for our bodies to know that they're held and seen, for the light and the dark within us to know that they're equally acceptable and loved. Rub the palms together again, and then let's bring them onto the heart as we open up that Maha Prana channel. So inhaling deeply through the nose as you hold your breath for the count of 10, and then exhale through the nose. Deep inhale and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale. Soften through the heart, soften through the lungs, soften through the chest. Just feel into that beautiful energy that we're cultivating. So remember, in Transformational Yoga, we use our poses, our observation, our breath, awareness, meditation, the power of our voice, the tone of our voice, to create space within that lower untransformed human nature. And when energy starts to generate and rise, we then begin to activate the higher self, So this is where the shadow resides, and we want to bring it up to the light. So let's do one more round. And hold. 10, 9, 3, 2, 1. And gently sigh and soften through the lungs and just observe. We're going to bring that energy all the way down to the pelvis. So just bringing your hands down below the navel. We're going to inhale, hold for 10, and exhale through the nose. Deep inhale, expand through the pelvis. Feel your hips expanding, grounding down through the tailbone. Hold. 3, 2, 1. And exhale through the nose. Relax through that lower abdomen. Just observe that downward flow of energy. And around. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently soften. Feel that downward flow of energy. Let's interlace the hands behind the head. Gently open up the throat and the heart. This time we're going to inhale, hold for 10, and then sigh the breath out through the mouth. And just notice if you can feel a lifting of energy from the heart all the way up to the crown. So deep inhale and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sigh the breath out of the mouth. Feel that rise of energy. Inhale and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sigh the breath out of the mouth. Feel that rise of energy. Let's gently release the palms and observe. Let's inhale, take the head over the right shoulder, and exhale over the left. Inhale right, and exhale left. Let's bring the chin to the chest. Inhale, drop the head. Exhale, drop the head back. And then gently lifting the head. Let's bring the left palm onto the right ear. Just gently draw that right ear, left ear to the left shoulder. Just feel your breath and awareness moving up and down the right hand side of the neck. Let's gently lift the chin. Just feel into that delicious stretch. And then gently release. Bring the head back to neutral and let's swap over. Drawing that right ear to the right shoulder, observing that tension and sweet pain within the left hand side of the neck. Let's gently tilt the chin up. Notice how the stretch shifts. And then gently release. Let's bring the right palm onto the left knee, left palm behind the left buttock. As we inhale, straighten the spine and exhale, twisting over. So notice that stretch through your shoulder blades, through the abdomen. And if there is space, allow yourself to twist a little deeper, but never into pain. You're always just creating that sweet resistance. Keep squeezing into the back of the heart. Keep twisting through the abdomen as you inhale deeply. And exhale, come back to center. Just observe for a moment. And then let's move to the opposite side. Left palm onto that right knee. Right hand behind the right buttock. Inhale, stack the vertebra And exhale, twist. Twist through the shoulders, the back of the heart, the shoulder blades, the abdomen. Keep twisting a little deeper if there is space. As we inhale. And exhale, come back to center. Let's bring the legs out in front of us as we crunch into the toes, flex into the feet, rotate through those ankles. Just going to warm the legs up quickly. Inhale, thigh to chest. Exhale, extend. So your fingers are interlaced behind the back of your thigh as you're drawing the thigh to the chest and extending. Let's rotate through that right hip, one direction and then the opposite. So noticing where all those toxic pockets are sitting in your body. Let's move to the opposite side. Observing your joints. Let's rotate through that hip, one direction and then the opposite. So grounding down through the sitting bones. We're going to inhale, lift the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, fold your body forward. Coming into Paschimottanasana, holding wherever it's comfortable for you. And then allowing yourself to observe the shadow aspects. Even if you are not consciously aware of them, just surrendering to their energy and allowing them to unfold when and how in a way that is necessary for your evolution. Let's move through 1 Kapalabhati, 3 Brahmaris, 3 Omas. Observing, noticing where all the shadow aspects, the toxic pockets are sitting in your bodies. As we inhale, lift the arms up and exhale, relax your whole body and just create that space for the movement of energy. Bringing that right leg out to the side, left foot into the right thigh. Just soften into this intention of self-embodiment, embracing all of who we are. Part of the soul's purpose, to love even the darkest, most hidden parts of our being, so that we can journey home to wholeness within ourselves. So let's reach for that big toe, pencil grip, or you can soften the arm down onto the floor, shin, wherever is comfortable for you. Start to observe into that twist through the left-hand side of the body. You can wrap your left arm behind you, come into a bind. And then let's inhale, bring that left arm up and over to meet the right side. If there is space, you can gently gaze up at the ceiling as we observe all our shadow, denied, rejected parts of ourselves, sitting within the physical, prana, mental, psychic layers of our being. And then let's move through our purification of 1 Kapalabhati at 20% force, 3 Brahmari breaths, and 3 Omas. Om. Om. Keep observing as you inhale. And exhale, gently support yourself out of the pose. Notice everything that you're feeling and thinking. As we set that intention for our awareness to go deep into those places where the pain and suffering resides within our bodies, but we may not be fully conscious of it. So we ask our higher self to direct the energy to where it needs to go for your journey back to wholeness. Let's swap the body over, bring the left leg out to the side, right foot into that left thigh. We're going to reach for our left big toe or the floor, the shin, the calf. Start to feel into that stretch through the right hand side of the body. Notice that sweet pain as you wrap your right arm behind you. So wherever it's tense, wherever it's tight, wherever the muscles feel like they're pulling, just observe. Notice all those toxic pockets. As you inhale, right arm up and over to meet the left. On the exhale, soften into the pose. Feel your breath moving in and out of those tight spots as we move through our purification. Om. 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 Keep observing as you inhale deeply and exhale slowly, supporting yourself out of the pose. Straighten your spine, stay internally focused as we ask ourselves, can we integrate those rejected parts of ourselves? Or can we show them more love and compassion this morning? And how can we bring those shadow aspects home to our wholeness? So let's bring both of the legs out. Pada Prasad, Paschimottanasana, ground down through the sitting bones. As we inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, fold your body forward. So you're reaching for the toes, the ankles, the calves, the shins. You can also soften your arms down onto the floor if that feels good for you. Resting the chin. Sometimes this is actually more of a deeper stretch for students, so just take yourself wherever is comfortable. Observing the tension, observing the toxic pockets, sending your breath and your awareness deep into those shadow aspects, the denied aspects, the parts of us that may feel unlovable, unworthy. Let's move through our purification. 1 Kapalabhati, 3 Bharmaris, 3 Omas. observing as you inhale. Exhale, slowly support yourself out of the pose. Take your time. And then relax your whole body. Keep the spine straight. Feel that movement of energy. Feel that conscious awareness. Unfolding. Unfolding awareness. The I am presence. The love. The stillness. The simple truth of why we are here. Our soul's purpose. So let's lift the knees. Bring the soles of our feet together. Baddha Konasana. If you need to make it more diamond shaped, just honor your body, your hips, your pelvis. They're feeling a bit tight this morning. Let's just move into a beautiful rock. Let's radiate the heart forward and then back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Keep drawing the knees down to the mat. You can even flap the knees up and down. And then coming back to that place of stillness as we drop into that space between the higher and the lower heart. The Akashai, the Aditi, the Akasha, the space where some believe the higher self resides, in that darkness of no thing and everything that brings together the shadow and the light, that brings our human and higher self nature, our para and para nature together as a unified field within the heart space. So dropping deeply into that space, maybe repeating your intention and feel it locking into your heart, into the Anahata, higher and lower, the bridge between our untransformed and transformed nature. The bridge that brings us home to wholeness. So let's inhale, exhale, fold your body forward, drop into that space. So what denied shadow aspects of ourselves, what parts of our nature do we feel are unlovable or unacceptable? And what can you shift? What belief system? What emotion? What can you let go of? What judgment, expectation can you surrender to bring and integrate those shadow parts home into your heart space? Let's move through one Kapalabhati, 3 Brahmaris, 3 Omas. Oma, Oma, Oma. Through Oma, we surrender to the guidance of our higher self. As we inhale deeply, exhale slowly, come out of the pose, straighten the spine, just extend out through the crown of your head, soften your whole body, create space for that awareness to unfold, for the energy to start moving. so we can begin to really activate and connect to that higher self, wholeness, unity consciousness. To lift the knees. As we bring the feet out to the side, buttocks to heels, we're going to interlace the fingers behind our back. So remember, if you need to have a blanket or a block in front of you to fold forward onto, or a pillow, you're welcome just to get that now quickly. As we interlace the hands behind our back, we're going to draw the arms down to the floor, roll the shoulder blades back, open up the heart, the chest, the vajudi, the throat, and exhale, fold your body down. Bring the ajna, the point between the brows, onto the floor. Lift the arms up and over your head. Your palms are together. If the arms get tired, you're welcome to soften them onto your lower back or come into a child's pose. So observing the tension, the toxic pockets, and then let's move through 1 Kapalabhati, 3 Brahmaris, 3 Omas. So we just welcome that sense of wholeness into our conscious awareness as we inhale deeply. Exhale, slowly roll up 1 vertebra at a time. Just straighten your spine, relax your shoulders. And I want you within your third eye just to simply visualize a circle symbol that has no beginning and no end. The beginning leads into the end leads into the beginning. Light leads into the dark leads into the light is the dark is the light. Just anchoring that energy from your third eye, just feel it anchoring into your entire chakra system. Just sending that circle, generating energy of wholeness all the way down into the base and up into the crown of our head. Let's bring the palms behind us. Let's radiate the heart up. You can also bring the legs out in front of you as you come into your fish pose if the knees are sore or tight. So really radiate that heart up, soften into the anahata. We completely surrender the psychic body to our evolution back to wholeness. As we move through 1 Kapalabhati, 3 Brahmaris, 3 Omas. Oma, Oma, Oma. Soften into that vibration of surrender as you inhale and exhale. Slowly support yourself out. Just notice how you're feeling. Maybe there's a subtle vibration of energy. Maybe there's some cool and hot spots. Maybe there's nothing. It's absolutely acceptable wherever you find yourself, no judgments. But observe if you're feeling any shifts. So I'm going to come up onto the knees. Bring the hips above the knees, shoulders above your hips. So there's 3 variations. You can either just bring your arms alongside your head. You can move into a baby camel or your full camel. So just honoring what your body needs this morning. And if you go into your camel position, just be integrous to your spine, drawing the navel back towards the spine to protect your lower back as you bring the hips and the pelvis forward. Softening into your pose. Feel the opening within your chakras and your bodies as you move through 1 Kapalabhati, 3 Brahmaris, 3 Omas. Oma, Oma, Oma. Keep observing. Inhale and exhale. Gently support yourself out of the pose. If you're in your camel, come up and lift the arms alongside your head. Soften into the pose. Let's do 3 Omas again. Oma, Oma, Oma. We just surrender to the guidance of our higher self. Inhale up your arms, stretch through the fingers. Exhale, bring the buttocks down, coming into your Vajrasana. Gently release your arms, straighten your spine. And just feeling that movement of energy. Just knowing that we could never be separate from the divine, from love, from the I Am Presence, from our higher self, whatever you call the divine in your life. But that is just simply the illusion. And how or what can you do more of to bring you back to that energy of wholeness? How can we remind ourselves of this divine love when we're in those shadow parts of ourselves? As we come into our box shape, hips above knees, shoulders above wrists, spread the fingers wide, feel the tops of your feet pushing into the mat. Let's inhale as we move into our cow pose, gaze up into the Ajna, really drop that belly down towards the floor. Exhale, curve through the spine, take it up to the ceiling, draw the navel back tight up against the spine, push the floor away from you. Inhale, lower the belly, lift the brow. Exhale, push and curve through the spine. Inhale, lower the belly, lift the brow, staying in our cow. Let's move through 1 Kapalabhati, 3 Brahmaris, 3 Omas. Oma, Om. Om. Keep observing as you transition into your cat pose, moving through your purification. Om. Om. Keep observing as you come back to neutral spine. Deep inhale. Exhale, come back to your Vajrasana. Straighten your spine. Just observing that space that we're generating. Noticing if you can feel more unification, more acceptance. And if there are big triggers coming up for you, just honor them. It's all part of tuning into what the messages of the shadow aspects have for us. They're always reminding us of when we have forgotten how loved we truly are, how worthy we truly are. Bringing the arms forward as we tuck the toes under. Let's come up into our downward dog. Just walking the dog out, bringing the heels to the floor. Let's sway into those hips, bending into one knee at a time. If you want to come into your plank to really activate your full body, that self, full body awareness, embodiment. And then just release. Drawing the heels towards the floor as you spread your fingers wide. Plugging the center of the palms down, plugging your fingers down as you melt your chest towards your thighs. If the hamstrings are tight, you can micro bend into the knees. Just avoid locking the knees. Observe. If you're feeling a beautiful body, gentle shake, just invite that through the body. It's how our prana body lets go and releases stored up energy, repressed emotions. Let's move through 1 Kapalabhati, 3 Bhargaris, 3 Omams. Om. 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 Keep observing as you inhale deeply. Exhale, soften the knees down, buttocks to heels, come into Vajrasana and just observe. Observing the fullness of who you are with love and compassion. Maybe even awe. We are really able to recognize that divine love within us. Are we not then truly magnificent beings? Just staying in that space, you're going to soften the body down onto the floor, come into your Shavasana. Relax your legs out to the sides. Relax the soles of your feet, your ankles. Relax your arms alongside your body. Palms are soft and open to continue receiving the messages of your shadow aspects, the messages of your higher self. Inhaling deeply, and as you exhale, just sighing and softening into the light and into those shadow darker sides. The soul lies within the shadow. The soul just craves to love all of who we are. So relax your physical body. Relax your prana body. Relax your mental body. Relax your psychic body. Observe your physical body. Observe your emotional energy body. Observe your mental body. Observe your psychic body. Who is the observer? Who is the silent witness? Relax your physical body. Relax your emotional energy body. Relax your mental body. Relax your psychic body. Observe your physical body. Observe your emotional energy body. Observe your mental body. Observe your psychic body. Who is the observer, the silent witness? Self-embodiment. 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 Relax your physical body. Relax your emotional energy body. Relax your mental body. Relax your psychic body. Observe your physical body. Observe your emotional energy body. Observe your mental body. Observe your psychic body. Who is the observer? The silent witness. Self-embodiment. 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 And just gently starting to deepen your breath. Coming back to your awareness of your body and the floor. Feeling the earth beneath you. Observing the sensations around you. What do you feel against your skin? Maybe what do you taste in your mouth? What are you hearing in your environment? The shadows moving behind your closed eyes, in front of your closed eyes. As you inhale deeply, sighing the breath out, just soften into that feeling of wholeness, peace, that self-embodiment of all of who we are, the light and the dark, the transformed and the untransformed. We're going to inhale, lift the arms above our heads, just move into a beautiful stretch. Tips of fingers to the tips of our toes as we sigh the breath out. Let's do one more stretch. And sighing the breath out. Bringing the knees up into the chest, rocking from side to side. And then making your way to Sukhasana, easy sitting pose on the front of your mat. We're just going to do the purification toning sounds for our chakras just to close our practice off, starting with the base chakra. The purification tone is Lam. So we'll inhale, exhale, tone together. Lam. Just feel that vibration through your base chakra, through your Muladhara. So we bring the palms below the navel, connecting to the sacral chakra, Swayasthana. As we purify through the toning sound, Vam. Vam. Just feel that vibration deep into the second chakra, the sacral chakra. As we then lift the palms onto the upper abdomen, connecting to the Manipura, and the toning sound, Ram, Ram. Ram. Just feel that tone deep in the Manipura. Bring the hands onto the Anahata, the heart chakra. As we tone Yam. Yam. Observe that vibration through your heart. Lifting the hands onto the Vajuda, Vajudi, and the toning sound Hum. Bringing the palms onto the Ajna, and the toning sound Chum. And then on to the crown, and the toning sound is Shri, Shri, Shri. So just observe, feeling that purification, activation of our entire chakra system, that full self embodiment as we bring the palms together at heart center. We'll close our practice off with one round of Om. Bowing our head to our hands as we honor the light and the shadow within ourselves and each other. Thank you for sharing your practice with us this morning, and we look forward to seeing you again next week. Namaste.